this video popped up on my radar. And listen, all right, we just gonna get into the video. We just gonna get into the video.
See, once upon a time, not long ago, where people wore pajamas, they lived life slow. When laws were stern and just they stood, and people was behaving like they all too good. And then the little girl that was misled by a French Montana, and this is what he said: me and you, dirt, we could make some cash, you know, whacking all our folks and making it dash. And they did the job, and money came with ease. But Dirty could sounds like he had a disease. First thing I noticed is that this song was too dedicated too long.
For what it's doing, we know the Slick Rick song. We familiar with it. Okay, let's just.
He whacked another and another. Then his cousin and his brother. Then the tube Don heard he was a DT undercover. So I punched him in his belly and I gave him a slap. But little did I know, little Dirk was strapped. So Dirk put out his gun. He said, "Why'd you hit me?" "What?" "I was quick. Pow! Hit Dirk in his kidney." But since Dirk is a cop and I started to figure, I might do time if I don't whack this nigga. You know you ducked to me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now you guys missed the academic head to make sure that he got that last video, that last interview with Mr. KingVon Bennett before Von lost his life. Because once Von loses his life, he can come back around, put the video back out again, tell me he got the last interview, and this is how they do, Vlad.
Wait. First of all, I'm for some conspiracy theories. I do support a few, but this is just paranoid, delusional idiocy. I'm just hearing them. I don't think the academics knew about this shit before it happened. I don't think that's possible though.
And all the boys and things like that. Mr. Academics 100% with the play, you feel me? And he knew this stuff was finna go down because this is after Duck had lost his life and Von was still living. And then he knew Von was finna lose his life behind that. And Mr. Academic also knew that Blue Wop and O Block 6 would be set up for the body. And if you think I'm bull crapping, then you see Von is still alive, right? So watch what Mr. Academic asked him. Y'all heard what he asked him. He said, is it true that you and Duck had made up? Y'all know we had this situation before. Y'all know we talked about the situation. Like I said, no one can say if Von and Duck Von and Duck didn't get cool. You see what I'm saying? Because Von said him and Duck squashed the beef. But no one knows if Von and Duck did squash the beef, and no one knows if Von and Duck didn't squash the beef.
I'm gonna stop you there, sir. We're all pretty sure that they didn't squash the beef. Everyone on Duck's side said there's no way Duck would have squashed this beef. So we do know for a fact they didn't squash no beef. Duck lost his brother, his cousin.
He lost some people.
This their dead homies?
Bitches. That's the song that got the man killed. Was that song really, like that song and some more stuff, because he dissed these people before, but he went in hard. He called them dead, bees, and they didn't like that. They found that very upsetting. So for him to say that they just decided we're just gonna squash it now, that ain't Von. And if Von do say that, he definitely finna backdoor your ass. So you don't even want to go with that option anyway.
Only thing we can really go off of is the way Von impressions and things like that. Von, just look at Von on here, and y'all give y'all opinion if y'all feel like Von is being truthful. Y'all know that we talked about this before. Like I said, they just automatically say that Von was just capping because Von didn't want to get locked up or implicated in Duck's body. But you got to put a lot of things in consideration. I told y'all, when you looked on social media, really, when Von first got in the game, he made a couple songs he dissed Duck on, like Take Her to the Hole and all that. But you got to really look at it. Von and Duck really wasn't having no beef like that, like over social media, where they was really just going and they was sneak this and doing that. But both of them boys' career was going. You see what I'm saying? And you got to understand this. Duck did tell Von that Dirk was going to put him in the paint. And then you got to look at this here. Right now, when Von's doing this interview already, right here, guess what Von do know? Von know on this interview right here, y'all, that Dirk is trying to put him in the paint. And Von said it. Von and Dirk was into it with Von that. On this interview right here, this is right before Von lost his life. Him and Dirk was into to it. You heard what Von said. Von said,
I do
if
support
I
that
lose
theory.
my life, ain't none of the
I
ops
support
do
some of
it. It
this about
came
the
from the inside. Don't let
Dirk
none of them dudes stand over my casket.
and
Who you
Von
think Von
being.
talking about? He talking
I do
about
agree that
Dirk.
Dirk
And
and
this
Von
is why
wasn't on
Mimo
good terms.
600 threw that up in
I
his
believe
Michael
it has
Jackson
something to do with
Beat
that
It
K-Fed
video
fighting.
because he was sending shots at Dirk. You see about the
But
liquid Von. This is the real reason why Mimo 600 and Dirk fell out is because of the
still, we
Von
gotta know what
issue.
kind of Von.
And the reason why Mimo just
Hold on.
throws.
But we gotta know what kind of person Von is. We gotta realize that Von, the type of person, he pretty loyal though to his guys. So he ain't gonna like basically he ain't gonna wanna. First of all, he ain't gonna wanna assume the shit and be wrong. And second of all, he might get mad at his niggas, but he still got love for his niggas. Like they might fuss and fight or whatever, like everybody, but they still he still got love for him just because they on the same side. And with Dirk being Lamron and Lamron being closely connected with 600, and O Block being closely tied to 600, that also that gives them a brotherhood that Von would respect. And cause Dirk a snake. We're gonna say this. We're gonna say Dirk a snake, but Von ain't stupid. See, Von know how close to play with a snake. Like they diss Tuka every chance they get, and that's one of Duck's close friends. I mean, you just.
I'm talking about Duck dissing Von's dead homie.
Yeah, they all diss each other, dead homie.
That's what got him killed, right?
Yeah, he just made a dead.
You know what I'm saying? Von can be that too. So
I know Von was not slow to the fact that he didn't see what Dirk was coming off wrong yet.
That's what I'm trying to say. So he a step ahead of Dirk.
You know, because he know his inside, but he don't know they side. He underestimated these niggas.
Dirk made music with Youngboy.
That was an old song, but they
No, they're cool with each other.
no. Von was in the video with Quando. In Queso, Von was in the video. Von he got Quando dissing 63rd. Cause everybody know Von didn't like 63rd. Von was his iconic slogan was "We not from 63rd." That was his brand like slogan. Shit, we not from 63rd. Cause that was his main rivalry was with 63rd.
I like Von when he.
So he had that nigga Quando dissing 63rd. Quando don't know shit about 63rd. He over there talking about, man, y'all niggas is broke. Y'all niggas sell crack over there. Y'all niggas be stealing. No, y'all niggas smoking crack over there. And y'all niggas stealing. He had that nigga dissing 63rd. So I know for a fact that Von, he just underestimated them niggas that night. He went out there to fight the niggas. Somebody pumped Von head up, but we gonna get into that later. This is what happened.
This is and don't get out there and just really push it and say it because Mimo has to be a part of the industry. So if Mimo ain't with the play, but Mimo still have to deal with certain people. So if Mimo get to put
And the Mimo shit he referring to, the Mimo stuff he referring to, Dirk and Mimo fell out because over Dirk looking stupid for not being able to control these niggas and the baby bringing that to everybody's attention. Cause when Mimo kept attacking the baby was getting on that nigga case, and then Dirk tried to squash it and be like, oh no, you know what I mean, woo. He gonna take care of the problem. And then nigga Mimo, he told Mimo to knock it off basically, and Mimo didn't stop. He didn't knock it off, so that made the baby comment saying that, you know, what kind of general is you if you can't control your people. And it made Dirk look like he ain't got no pull, and Dirk didn't like that coming from Mimo, cause he looked at Mimo as like a nobody in Dirk's mind. So Dirk like, this nigga's not respecting what I'm saying, making me look stupid. That's when he sent Beizou on them niggas. And Beizou, you know, they try to get his chain, but they end up, Mimo got away. He ran, he fast or whatever. He got away. So that's when they beef began, basically. That's when they shit really started.
that business out there like that, they're not gonna do nothing but blackball them. Certain people ain't gonna mess with them. Dirk already got them blackballed to a extent, but Mimo got hot music, and Mimo know how to keep himself trending and keep himself on top. You see what I'm saying? Mimo really learned the game, and Mimo came out a winner out the whole situation. You feel me? The reason why I say Mimo came out went on this situation because Mimo's career didn't go down when he left Dirk. Mimo's career went up, and Mimo's doing his own little thing, independent, and he ain't got to answer to nobody, and he ain't got to chop his lick off with nobody. He can do what he do and just put people on around him. So I look at it like he winning because he got his own foundation, he got his own little situation set up, and he's cool, and he's making money, at least he's generating money to get his people straight, and he stayed, doing interviews and things of that nature like that.
That part
And he
is
run
up.
his own
That
show,
part
he
is
built
true.
his own empire.
In
So,
a sense.
I gotta respect that. You can't knock the hustle, you
You know,
feel
it's
me?
still turning
And I thought
out.
that was
I
on this
agree with
phone
that.
right here. That must have been on my other
But
phone.
that's not the reason
Vaughn
why
got a
it
piece of
fell
weed
out.
on me. Don't worry about it,
Because
Vaughn. I
Nemo
just
knew
said you
about the
some
play.
crazy though, boy. Feel me? Trays.
And he didn't
Yo,
want to be
you
no
gotta
part of
take
it.
all this into consideration that Vaughn know already that Dirk's trying to put him in the paint. You gotta understand this here. Dirk did tell Vaughn that they was gonna put him in the paint, and then Dirk got snaked out. You gotta put that in the equation too when you
Yes.
look at this whole
Now,
thing.
different
So with
equation,
that being
sir. You
said,
don't
you
put it
guys,
into this
let's
equation, sir. You don't know. No, you don't. That's not how equations work. You don't just put equations anywhere you want to put them, sir. You can't. You just can't do an equation like that. When you're doing an equation, you must be equating the correct shit. Is what I mean to say. You know, basically, when you're equating, making your equations, you're gonna calculate certain items and put them in certain locations on the calculations. And if you just throwing them anywhere, sir, in random places, you cannot be doing math that way. That's not how you do the math, sir. You must do the math in the way to where you're doing the math correctly. You don't just throw equations in a big ass equation soup and just start mixing the shit in. That's not how you use an equation. You can't do that. It's different locations for. Okay, let's
see
continue.
how Academic was setting the play up because Academic knew that they was gonna charge Moo-Wop Lemon and they was gonna say that Vaughn put this money on Duckhead and all this stuff like that. So let's check the whole situation out. Mom, you and Duckhead. Gang, how you gonna tell? See, this ain't right. Hey, how y'all his mom said that would never happen. His mama was not there. Ain't no better than mama. Oh no, his mama. You see what I'm saying? Now that y'all hear Academics say his mama said that, and did you see how serious Vaughn got? Did you see how Vaughn whole tone swing? Hold on, man. How his mama know? His mama wasn't even there. I ain't even met this boy mama. You see what I'm saying? I don't even know his mama. That right there gives me a little, it gives me a little.
I'm gonna stop you there, sir. Vaughn was checking that nigga Academic for trying to basically question what he's saying. Vaughn like, nigga, who this goofy ass nigga is to be talking about? Nigga, I just told you that we squashed the beef, nigga. How you gonna try to tell me what somebody else said? Like, basically he said like, so that's where Vaughn anger came from. His anger and aggression came from, nigga, switch the topic now type shit. That's what Vaughn was on. He was like, nigga, come on, whatever. How's mama gonna tell me? Mama wasn't there, man. I just told you what I told you. We squashed the beef. Don't question don't question what I'm saying. That's what Vaughn was on.
Sense that Vaughn probably was telling the truth. You see what I'm saying? Because Vaughn like, hold on, man. How you know? Y'all wasn't there. His mama wasn't there. So
And that's what made me make this damn video. When I heard this part about that's an indication of that Vaughn was telling the truth. No, I'm firmly gonna believe that Vaughn was basically checking his nigga.
So basically, Academic now, you heard about the thing that Vaughn's supposed to allegedly made up with Duck, right? And then Academic put up and tried to.
Wait, nobody's heard that until that interview. First of all, that's why it was questioned in the first place because, well, before that, no one never really confronted what Vaughn had said. So basically, they already know the fact that Vaughn said that. But they're saying like nobody's heard that from anywhere before Vaughn said it. It's never been heard before. So Vaughn just came out of nowhere saying, hey, we squashed the beef. And everybody like, what? That's people from the other side. They're like, what? There's no such thing. Like, when has that ever occurred? Like, that ain't never happened. That's the first time that nobody heard it before that, and nobody heard it after Vaughn made that statement. So
say that, okay, well, this is what the mom said. Did y'all see how Vaughn whole expression and everything changed? Like Vaughn got serious. No stutter stepping, no nothing. You see what I'm saying? Vaughn went right into it. Vaughn like, hold on, I don't even know his mama. His mama wasn't there, dog. You feel me? So
that's what you
it seems like hit the like button if y'all think right there that Vaughn was kind of serious right there when he jumped straight.
No, Vaughn was playing serious right there, sir. You gotta know you gotta understand body language. You gotta understand how to read people's body language and a profile of the individual. Some places they'll ask you in some situations they'll ask you a question that they know to be true, and they see your response to that true question. So they'll ask you what's your name. You give them your name. Or they say is your name such and such and such. and then you will respond like yes or either no to that being your name. And then so they'll get a little profile build up on your body responses to true and false questions. And then you'll get a determination of, I ain't trying to give y'all a class on how to do this shit. This is not what I'm trying to do. But anyway, you got to know some things about the individual to know when their body language is being deceitful or not being deceitful. And from what we know,
Really develop.
he was thinking about switch the topic, and Von was thinking about one of them things. What the fuck is you on, Goofy? Like, why is you worried? Like, don't question me about it. Von was thinking about either I'm gonna get caught or I'm not. That's the two things he was thinking about. Period. Either I'm gonna get caught or I'm not. 1, 2. That's one thing or the two thing. Either I'm gonna get caught. That's one thing he thinking, or either not. That's the other thing he thinking. He thinking two things. You right. You about right.
Trying to set me up for a duck's body, because he already told y'all all these unsolved bodies who you think they trying to blame. You see what I'm saying? Just look at Von Spector.
And why do you think they trying to blame? Sir, ask yourself that question. Why do you think they're trying to blame all the unsolved bodies on them? Because the ones that nigga did.
Facial expression.
You don't think he well, sir. You don't think he well today, sir. You don't think he well.
Emotional here. Me, myself, personally, just from the beginning like that,
well.
I feel like it's a high chance that Von and Duck could have had that conversation. Y'all, it's a high chance that
And they
Von
could have
and
not
Duck
had that
could have
conversation.
had that conversation.
And they
Like,
could have
then
not.
they deleted our message and stuff. Like, why would they do that? You see what I'm saying? And this is why Von trying to figure things.
Sir, yes, exactly. You're in the right direction, kind of. Why would they do that? That's a good question. Now you must ask Von that question though, nigga. You asking the wrong people. Don't ask us why would they do that, because that's a good question. Why would they do that? Von ain't asking us that question. Von is not wanting to know the answer to that question. You gotta ask yourself that. Did Von really want the answer to that question? Did he really? That was more like a rhetorical question, if you ask me, because come on now. Why would they do that? Why? Ask yourself that question, sir. You must ask yourself that question. That's not the question that Von was asking. You must ask Von the question. You must ask yourself the question that Von was asking him. That's what you do. Because when Von said they did that, then you say, why would they do that? Don't ask outside of yourself. You must ask him that question. Because why would they do that? Then where is your proof? Where is your DMs from y'all conversation? Because our conversation got to go both ways, especially if you squashing some beef. You squashing beef to make peace. I'm hoping it's a two-way conversation. Right? How you going to squash beef with a motherfucker that ain't never respond back to your beef squashing statement? How can you say that the beef been squashed if they never responded back? They have to respond back to say, all right, yeah, nigga, okay, I agree, we should squash the beef. Where are those DMs, sir? They should have been on his account, right? If I'm not mistaken, Von should have these DMs of where Duck DM'd him back and said, okay, I'm agreeing to squash the peace. We're going to squash this peace. We're going to make peace or whatever. We're going to squash the beef. We're going to make some peace. Okay. Where are those DMs then? If Von was telling the truth, he would have been already ready to present these DMs. Let's show y'all. You don't believe me? Here you go, bow. See, look. It's 2024. That was 2022 or whatever. Was it? Yeah. 21, 22, whatever. It was still the time where you could fake a damn DM. He could have made a fake DM if he wanted to. It wouldn't have stood up in court, probably, because, it would have been like, what account did it come from? There's no traces of it coming back from a real account. But you could have easily fabricated a DM. Why didn't you just do that, Von? That's the question I would want to know. Why did you just do that? He should have just did that. There's no reason why he couldn't have, shouldn't have, or wouldn't have did that. He should have just made a fake DM to show, look, I did do that. Boo, boo, boo. But Von, he knew he was guilty. He ain't gonna do that. So if he was telling the truth, he should have copies of a DM. This is what I'm trying to say. He should have his receipts. If he's telling the truth, they did squash the beef, he should have his receipts. No matter what they did with Duck's receipts, he should have his to present. And he should have, if he was smart, he would have. And that would have helped him. I ain't gonna lie. That probably would have helped him if he would have faked some copies of of a DM or fake some screenshots and said, look, because he had enough money to do it. There's no excuse. Some motherfuckers just don't do certain things because they don't even think about doing it, or they don't think that it's important to do. But think about it. If you're really trying to make something look like it ain't happened, you're gonna need to make all the evidence that you can that it didn't happen. So you're gonna have to present your own evidence to show that, look, we did squash the bill. Right here. I got my DMs, but where is his? That's how Von should have came. Then it would have been believable. But Von really didn't give a fuck. He got away with doing shit like this so many times before. It didn't take him to, he didn't need to do that with other things when he got away with those 2 murders. So he's thinking like, why do I need to do it now? They wanted me for KI murder, and I did that. I got tweets with her out there. Didn't have to do nothing with them. I had to fabricate or make or nothing. He was being Von. That's it. That's all, sir. That's it.